Narcissists are able to control people's minds because narcissists are extremely erratic in their behavior and the things they say and do. And because of this erratic behavior, it causes you to sit around and continually try to process the things they've said and done, which means that even when they're not around, they still own your mind. So you can't even really have low contact with them, because even a tiny bit of contact, there's always going to be something that's said that you're going to just sit there and go over and over in your mind about why they said it, or how do I react to that, or why did they do this, why did they do that. It's not productive. It's actually counterproductive to any kind of healing to be around them at all, because every time you go back around them, you go backwards. It's like you take one step forward, you go 20 steps backwards if you start interacting with them again, because, then you start getting the high blood pressure, the anxiety, your blood pressure goes up, your heart starts racing, because they're so chaotic that their chaos gets transferred onto you anytime you're around them, because they're so impulsive and erratic and off the wall with these things that they say and do, and they have no peace, so their chaotic state of no peace gets transferred and dumped onto you. So that's why you really can't even have limited contact with them, because it's like a flood. All the chaos comes right back into your body, the anxiety, the chest pain, because they're just, everything about them is chaos. There's never going to be any peace around these types of individuals. So staying in contact with them is not recommended. It's just not. You have to cut them off completely. You have to. I know it's difficult if you have children, but there's got to be a way. If you can have some kind of neutral party, be some kind of mediator, in between person, middleman, so to speak, because they're going to just cause a slew of health problems, anxiety. It's just, nothing good comes from these people. You cannot be in contact with them. Your mind is going to go down the tubes, because you're gonna 24/7 be thinking about what they did and why they did it. So therefore they're going to own your mind. It's mind control. It's mind control. Even in many instances, years after you've dealt with this person, you still may be processing things. So even long after, even when you're not even around them anymore, they still own your mind. You're still thinking about something they did or said, or you know what I mean? So the sooner you get away from them, the sooner you will heal and get better and better and better and better and better and stronger. You may want to look into MK Ultra, and look at some of the survivor testimonies on that, it's a mind control techniques that the CIA used, unbeknownst to the people who were participating in the project. So it was completely unethical what they did. And the people became severely traumatized by participating in this kind of mind control techniques that they were unaware of. So the empath unknowingly has signed up for some kind of weird pseudoscience mind control program that they were unaware that they were, their mind was being worked on and operated on in this way. And it's similar to being around a narcissist, because it's like you didn't know you were all of a sudden in some, weird science project, mind control, underground operation, of psychological torture, until, in most cases, you actually start to understand what a narcissist actually is. But, these can have long-lasting and detrimental effects on your brain. Trauma is not good for your brain. Chronic stress dehydrates your brain, which means your brain is shrinking. Would you want your brain to be shrinking? That's not good. That means it's not going to work as well. It's not going to be as sharp. You need to be super sharp and just on point, because there's just so many toxic things going on in the world right now that on an individual level, you have to have your brain extremely sharp. You don't need your brain being chipped away from one individual in one household when there's a huge, large-scale problem going on that you can't even process because you're so bogged down by the transference of this chaos from the individual narcissist in your home or whom is around you, that you just can't even see straight. You don't even know left from right. So that's not going to be a useful position to be in when you then go and step out into the world where there's a gazillion more problems going on. You know what I mean?